Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about the Lance McCullers injury news that came out yesterday from Joe Espada. And I'm recording this right after the video discussing that Tampa series, so this is kind of carrying a lot of the themes. I was so torn between just adding this at the end of it and making it a separate thing, because it fits perfectly with the theme of frustration that they're dealing with right now, following the Rays series, following the Pittsburgh series, of just close, but it's just so mentally draining. So Espada yesterday, and this is on brand, just in vague terms, not specifying anything, just saying it in jest, goes, yeah, we're probably not going to see any more of Lance this season. We're probably not going to see him this season. It'll probably be 2025 with the injuries. And, dude, that's... dude, it's crazy. It's genuinely insane that it's just over. That it happened again. I'm going to leave a lot of the pauses in this video because I need it to be my full everything, because it's not news in a way. Because he didn't say anything of what it was specifically. He didn't say if this part of his arm was hurting him or this part of his shoulder. It was just like, yeah, the vague shoulder and arm issue that he's had for eternity is bothering him worse. And in order for him to get back, we have to ramp him up at a pace that we don't feel comfortable doing. And he's just probably done for the season. He's probably not coming back. And, dude, I've hated this season being cynical. It sucks. Do you know how hard it is to be so cynical about your favorite player? It's miserable. But I know it. I knew it. I knew it from the start. I've felt it in my heart since last year. Because it was, he'll be right around the corner. He'll be right around the corner. Right around the corner. It's right around the corner. A couple more weeks and he'll be back in it. All of 2023. The tail end of 2020, you can go back to 2021, where he is an ace through the regular season, genuinely, and that's going to be a part that I'm going to bring up here in a minute, and then hurts himself in Game 4 against the White Sox, and it's like, well, he'll be back by, the end of the Yankees series, or not the Yankees series, the Red Sox series, and well, he might be back in time for the World Series. And he might be back in time for the end of the World Series, and he'll be ready for spring training. And then we're open for, May, and then it was June, and then it was July, and then it was sometime in August that he finally got back. And he only pitched 8 games in 2022. Not to be forgotten, by the way, and this is, again, an important thing that I will bring up in a moment, had a 2.27 ERA and a 1.70 ERA plus. The little tiny bit that we had of Lance that season, he was phenomenal. Genuinely phenomenal. And then starts a gem against the Mariners, pitches a fair to middling game against the Yankees, gets crushed in the Phillies game, but at least was a warm body to preserve the bullpen, which they ended up, having to go through the end of that series, and they finally got some reprieve. And then you end up in 2023, where he starts the season injured and never recovers. And then 2024, where he starts the season injured and never comes out of it. And it sucks. Because beyond the personal things, to be very, very technical and harsh and cruel, he is a good pitcher, and he is better when the team is better when you have him on the roster and have him starting games than when you don't. And I don't want to hear anything out of people saying, no, he's useless. What's the point? It's just a lost cause. No. It's the narrative that plagues McCullers right now is one game in the World Series. One game. One, again, very bad playoff performance has marred this dude's reputation, and it is a load of trash, dude. He had a bad game. Guess what? He basically saved the first game, or the final game of that Mariners series. Pitched a very solid performance against the Yankees. But that season, in the 8 games he actually gave you, he was phenomenal. He had a 2.27 ERA. He was great. Genuinely great. And the last season you actually had him the entire year, he was your staff ace. Genuinely. People were like, well, no, he really wasn't. Yeah, no, he was. Like, just so we're clear, the last 2 seasons that you've actually had McCullers was a season where he received Cy Young votes, and not enough in my opinion, because he was second in AL ERA. And a season where in his very short sample size, he throws up a sub 2.3 ERA. You're a better team with him. Significantly better. And from a professional standpoint, it sucks not having a very good pitcher on your staff. And from the personal standpoint, it really freaking sucks. I love watching Lance McCullers pitch. I love watching him play for my team. I love watching him be out there. He brings energy. He brings juice they just don't have without him. He's fun, and I get the little silly, childlike tingles every single time 43 steps onto the field in an Astros jersey. And it is heartbreaking to watch another season drown because with him not there. It is miserable. And it's miserable to see this discourse between people that just want to drag him for no apparent reason. Genuinely. Because it's not a bad... like, $18 million in terms of baseball contracts is nothing. And I want that to be abundantly clear. It's nothing. Dude. And this team wouldn't have spent it elsewhere anyway. That should be very apparent over the past God knows how many off seasons. But he just gets dragged for nothing. Like, for no apparent reason. Despite the fact that for the entire time he's been an Astro, he has been a good Astro. And it sucks to see that personally. It sucks to see the borderline character attacks against a guy who, despite all of the injuries, every season where he's been missing due to injury, he's still traveled with the team. You think this isn't a case of he's half-assing his rehab. You think he doesn't want to be there right now? You think when he's warming up in the bullpen in full uniform, he's doing that, what, just for show? He's dying to get back with that team. He would give anything to be there right now. And it sucks. Because this is a player who clearly has been just handed a crap hand with injuries. Year after year after year after year. When in the glimmering moments when he's actually healthy and there is phenomenal. And has done everything he can to get back. Has traveled with the team. Has still been a Class A teammate from everything that's been reported, everything that's been heard, and everything you can see because you have eyes. And he just continues to get dealt crap hands. And it freaking sucks to watch. It is genuinely heartbreaking. And there's nothing to analyze. It's just the same, the thing that's been nagging him for 18 months is still there. And the hardest part is, despite the fact that it seemed inevitable this season, it's not. I just want to see him in 2025, dude. I want so badly to see him again. I want to see him pitch again. And it sucks. Because every single week that ticks by, it's going to be harder for him to come back. And on a personal level, I do not know him personally. I am speaking solely for me. The personal level is that's really hard. Because there are a lot of different pitchers that I really enjoy watching pitch. But no one gives me the happy feelings that McCullers gives me when he's pitching. And seeing it happen again just breaks my heart. All I want is to see him back. All I want is to see him on the mound again. I just want to see another 12-6. And I think, sadly, we're going to have to wait till 2025. So, until that happens, You wish him nothing but the best. You pray for the best possible recovery for him. And more than that, the next time you get ready to say something about McCullers, obviously not everybody is included in this group, but the next time you think something negative about McCullers or the contract or anything else, go watch the final, couple innings of Game 7 in 2017, the first couple innings of Game 7 in 2017 for the World Series, anything that he did in the regular season of 21, that Mariners start. Remember that the only 2 times the Astros have ever done the thing was when he was healthy and pitching for them in October. I have literally nothing else. So until then, that's all I have to say. If you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.